Hey, how's it going? My name is Reece, and in this video, I'm going to be going over how you can be closing more deals for your social media marketing agency or pretty much whatever agency you have. Now, for me, I've got an e-commerce agency specializing in women's fashion brands. Currently, we're doing around 15 to 20,000 a month, depending on which month it is, but we kind of keep around that level, which is what I like. So I'm going to show you kind of how I've closed more deals and my general mindset behind sales. Now, I will say I'm having a super busy day today, but it's Thursday, so I wanted to get this video in, so I'm pretty much going to go off the top. I don't have many notes to go off, but as usual, straight fire, straight value, so let's go ahead and get started. Now, I'm going to go pretty free-flowing in this, kind of just speak off the top, almost like a podcast, I guess, and I feel like that's the best way to kind of communicate what I want to communicate. So the best way that I kind of want to start this is just by explaining what my general mindset behind sales is and kind of what that looks like. So when I have a sales call, whether it's for the agency or for my coaching, where I coach agency owners, whatever that may be, my mindset is always the same, and you will all be familiar with the doctor analogy that people use all the time, which is essentially you're playing doctor and you have the key, you have the solution to someone's problem, and that's what sales is. It's all about that's what business is. It's the fact that you have a solution to somebody's problem. Now, having the solution to somebody's problem is not enough to get them to come and purchase the solution. In order to get them to purchase their solution, you need to show them why your solution is the best, why your solution has a high likelihood of being a successful solution for them, why it would make sense for them specifically to do so, etc. And that's what sales is. Sales is the vehicle of getting them to your offer. Your offer can be the best offer in the world, but there's always going to be something that's going to stop them from buying, whether that's the fact that the offer just sounds too good. A lot of people, working with, let's just say a completely different niche to one I do, let's say dental clinics. A lot of people, they will go to a dental clinic and say, hey, we're going to help you get 40, 50 plus, patients a month. Not only to find out that the dental practice doesn't want that many patients, or it's just too much for them. They couldn't even provide that many new patients even if they wanted to. Or if somebody came to me right now and said, hey, within the next 60 days, we can help you make another 500K, it doesn't mean anything to me because that offer is not going to connect to me because it's a type of sum that I've never made in a month or in a couple of months in my business. In the agency, as I said, we do between 15 to 20K pounds a month. Pretty good. But if somebody were to come to me and say, hey, in the next 30 days, I'm going to have you doing 100, 200, 300,000 a month, I'd think they've lost their mind and I wouldn't believe them. And you've got to understand that this also happens with you. So when you're communicating your offer to people, you need to make sure that it's realistic. It's something that they believe that they can achieve. Which brings me on to the next point of perceived likelihood of success. If you haven't yet read the book $100 Million Offers by Alex Hormozi, go ahead and read that book because I mention it a lot in my videos. It's one of the best business strategy books that I've ever read, and I'm sure that applies to a lot of people as well. We all know that Alex Hormozi has suddenly blown up. But one of the 4 components of a good offer, in his opinion, is perceived likelihood of success, which essentially means if somebody was to sign up for your offer, what is the likelihood that they would succeed? Or what's their perception of their success, the likelihood of them succeeding? So if they were to sign up for your program, how likely is it that they're actually going to do well and get the transformation that you're selling? Because at the end of the day, when we're selling an offer for your agency, been through this before and you should know this by now. If you've been around for a while, if you're new, maybe you don't. But you're not selling Facebook ads or TikTok ads or email marketing or whatever it is. That's not what you're selling. That's just a mechanism that you're using to get to the offer, the transformation that you are offering. Now, when I speak about an offer, that's what that means. When I speak about an offer is the transformation that you're offering someone. You are saying to someone, I'm going to help you scale your e-com brand to 100K a month. In my case, I'm telling you, I'm going to help you scale your agency to 10K a month or 15K a month within the next 90 days while automating all of your processes. That's the transformation that I'm selling when people sign up for my mentorship. So I'll give you both examples here. If somebody's signing up for my agency services to scale their store to 100K a month and then to 400K a month, it takes a very particular person to do that, a type of person that wants to achieve those numbers. that type of person that wants that. That's their vision, basically. I'm selling them their vision. I'm selling them the key or the vehicle to get them from where they're at to where they want to be. If that connects with them, then they're more inclined to purchase, but they're still not going to purchase straight away. For my mentorship, a lot of people join me because they're a little bit confused about what they should be doing or how to do the right things, or they're just not getting many meetings in the first place. And they see me in a difficult, or what's perceived to be a difficult niche, women's fashion. And they're like, how is Reece killing it? Well, it's because I've been doing the right thing. I've been doing this for, since 2017, yeah? So different things come for different people. At the end of the day, you need to connect with the offer to the person that you're speaking with. So when you're speaking to the people, you need to make sure you're speaking to the right people, right? You need to make sure that you're speaking to a criteria of the lead that you actually want to be targeting. As much as I say my niche is women's fashion brands, I don't just reach out, I'm going to type this up, I don't just reach out to women's fashion brands. I'll reach out to a women's fashion brand that has 3 or more employees. I'll reach out to the fashion brands that are doing 3 or more employees. They're doing at least 25k plus a month. Ideally, AOV is going to be above. Ideally, the AOV for me, I like to be, from 200 to 500 plus. I like high ticket fashion. So ideally for me, this is my criteria, and it goes into more detail, but just to keep this simple for you, this is my niche. This is the type of business I want to work with. But if we're looking at my niche, it's not just women's fashion brands. It's women's fashion brands that have at least 3 employees, doing around 25k plus a month, ideally have an AOV of around $200 to $500, and there's more to it. But just again, to keep this simple, that's kind of what a real criteria for your niche is going to look like. It's not just the fashion brand. It's not just the dental clinic. I have a student in my mentorship that's working with therapists. Well, it's not actually therapists she's working, it's therapist clinics that want to scale, want to add another X number of therapists to their clinic and scale like that. That's the type of person the type of business that we're looking for. It's not just a fashion brand, or even worse, it's not just an e-com store, or any e-com store. You've got to get clear on who this criteria is. Once you're clear on the criteria of people that you're helping, you can get clear on what they want to achieve and how you want to help them achieve it. Once you know how to do that, everything becomes simple from the backside of actually the service delivery and on the sales side in communicating that to them, because you become the expert in the number one thing that they want for you. So you're asking, you're probably wondering, okay, how am I going to get more deals by what Reece is saying right now? So let me sum up what I'm saying. Number 1, have an offer. Make sure you know what the offer is. Have a very solid transformation in mind that you're selling to somebody. Again, they're already in a current position. They want to get to a desired transformation. You are selling the offer that's going to get them from where they are to where they want to be. The vehicle to get from point A to point B is you, also known as your offer, the offer that you're selling. Okay? So have that offer there. In terms of the perceived likelihood of success, it's your job to show people that they will be successful buying from you or investing in your service. There are multiple ways to do this. If you have case studies that you can use them. If you have testimonials or case studies, use those, because that's the number one way that you can prove to somebody that they're going to be successful with you. When people see that I can scroll for minutes of testimonials from my agency coaching, then people know that I'm going to be able to help them get results because we've got the testimonials, I have the case studies to show. Same thing with the agency. If people see that you're getting good results for the agency, they're going to trust you. They're going to know that you can actually help them out and that you're going to do what you say you're going to do. They're going to be successful in the transformation you're offering them. They're going to actually be able to achieve that with you. If somebody who's super anxious came to me and said, hey, I just want to get rid of all of my anxiety, and there's 2 ways I could do that. I can sell them the pill that's going to work pretty much all of the time, or I can sell them the meditation that will work all of the time, but it will take a little bit longer to get there. A lot of people are going to want to buy the pill over the meditation because it's a quick result and it's near enough guaranteed to happen pretty much first time. If you can sell your offer the same way that I just sold you Xanax, an anxiety pill, then you're going to just keep getting the offer sold just straight out the door because you've got what people want. I'm using this anxiety frame where it's like somebody's got anxiety, I'm selling them the solution to that, but it's the same thing with you. Somebody is struggling to get sales, you're selling them the solution to that. Or businesses that had tracking issues after the iOS changes, which was like, I think nearly 2 years ago at this point. When that happened, it's like there was a massive gap in the market. So the right agencies came in and said, hey, we're going to fix your tracking for you. And they made a killing from it. TikTok came out in response to high CPMs on Facebook. And the correct agencies advertised at the fact that the CPMs are lower, which means the ROAS is going to be higher. They're going to make more money for their spend, and they can spend less and make more. And then the businesses were like, oh, that's exactly what I want. Do you know why? Because their margins are already super low. So if you go to I'm primarily talking about e-com right now, but if you go to an e-com store and you show them how to improve their margins, they'll buy. If you show them how to get more sales while still spending less, they'll buy. This is why email marketing works so well, why TikTok works so well, why UGC works so well, because brand owners are smart. They know that better creators means that they're going to make more money. Generally, obviously I'm generalizing here, but these are the things you got to speak about. Your sales start at the offer, because all sales is showing people why they need that offer in the first place. It's giving them the confidence that they need to take the action they need to take in order to reach their desired transformation. It's getting on a call with someone saying, okay, are you in this current situation? They will say yes, or they will say no. And you'll say, okay, do you want this desired transformation? And they will say yes, or they will say no. If they don't want to be in their current situation, and they do want to be or if they are in a current situation that meets your criteria, and they do want to be where you can help them go, then all you have to do is say, I'm going to help you get there. Would you like to get there? Would you like to join? And then there you go, they sign up. Now, of course, there's going to be objections. There's going to be things that's going to come in the way. And it's your job to speak to them as a business owner, as somebody that wants to help them. That's all the sales is. It's helping them make the decision they need to make for themselves. If somebody says to you, hey, yeah, we're not doing very good right now, and you just leave them, then you're not doing your job. You're not helping them out. And I use a crazy analogy for this, and this is how I'm going to end the video on a really harsh analogy. But if somebody's drowning in the middle of the ocean, and you've got all of the life jackets, and you don't give one of them to the person that's drowning, you're not a very good person. Let's just be honest. And if somebody's out there and they need your help and you can help them, and they need you because you're the best at what you do, and you don't give them the vehicle to get to where they want to be, to get out of the water and come onto your boat, or to get your life jacket, if you're not giving them, what you've got access to, you're probably not made for the service space, because that's what this business is. It's all about helping people out. It's about saying, I see you've got a problem. I've got the solution. Let me show you why you want my solution, and let's do this. That's all. That's all sales is. I hope that I've been able to get across my thoughts and my mindset around sales. Now, this video could go on for another 30 minutes, but I'm not going to make that happen, because right now I've given you enough that you need to go ahead, get started, start booking more deals by understanding the importance of having a killer offer, understanding why you need a good criteria in the first place, not just a niche, but also a proper criteria of the leads that you're reaching out to. Pretty much everything in between. I haven't gone over outreach because there's 100 other videos on my channel on YouTube that you can go over and look at outreach. If you want more help, reach out to me. We can have a little chat, whether that's on Facebook or Instagram. My link will be down in the description if you're watching on YouTube. Go click those links, send me a message on Facebook, send me a message on Instagram. If you want more one-on-one help in building out your client acquisition systems to book in more consistent and predictable meetings for your agency, whilst automating your processes, including hiring a fulfillment contractor that's going to get you incredible results. If you want that, if you want my one-on-one help to make that happen, go to the link, watch the 25-minute demo video, or just book in a one-on-one call with me. You and I can have a conversation, see if we're a good fit to work together, and we can make that happen. I need you to understand that this is not difficult. And you don't need to start thinking, how can I convince this person to work with you? That's not your job. Your job is to help them make the action, take the action that they need to take to make their lives better. Empower them to make that decision. Empower them to actually help themselves grow their business, do the things that they want to do. If they're older, get their kids into private school. I heard this for the first time a month ago. Somebody said, I want to get my kids into private school. I said, I love that. That's amazing. I've never heard that before. I love that one. Usually you get, I want to travel. I want to buy a house. I want to buy a new Ferrari. Like what? Like, these people have real things going on, you know? People want to... There's so much out there that you can help them with. And it's your job to go and give it to them. So go and give it to them. And then when you get your first couple deals, send me a message and let me know that this video helps you get there. And hopefully you're booking a call with me. And we might be able to work together one-on-one. But only if you feel that I can actually help you start getting where you want to be. Because again, that's all this is. That's what business is. I love it. I'm going to leave this here. I hope you found it valuable. If you've got any comments, any questions, leave them down below in the comment section. Or if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, I appreciate you being here. If you are watching on Facebook, like, comment, subscribe, all the common stuff. And I will see you again in the next video on Tuesday. Take care, have a lovely weekend, and I'll see you soon.